What's up, everybody? This is Eric from Eads Computer Solutions, and we gonna have us a conversation, and we're gonna talk about this poll number that I got. Um, yeah, it's about the Galaxy Note 10. We're gonna have a discussion about this. What's up with you? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Got to have my man Dan Tanner music on deck. What's up with you? Got continuous coverage here of the Galaxy Note. We're gonna talk about some poll numbers that I put up a couple of days or so ago, and it's strange, man. We go bear the question of why the poll numbers is where it is, right? We're gonna ask this question: why people putting in the poll that they're not buying the Galaxy Note 10? Man, so we're gonna discuss that. I got some comments and I want to hear from you guys. We're gonna have a short stream today, and we're gonna just get into it. We're gonna dig a little deeper on why people not buying the Galaxy Note 10. Man, I kind of talked about it a little bit, but after putting the phone in my hand, I'm like, okay, it's kind of intriguing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of you guys are saying, easy, we not buying this phone. Let's talk about the poll numbers. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. What's up with you? That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to my man Dan Tanner. And if y'all want those beats, those custom beats, go on and hit that my man Dan Tanner. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen, and it's some interesting stuff here, man. Some interesting stuff we gonna go over a little bit. And it's I don't know, man. It's very intriguing, and it's a little different here. Let's go and talk about it for a second. Galaxy Note 10. I put up a poll question. Are you buying the Galaxy Note 10? Right here, right? Are you buying the Galaxy Note 10? I got 270 people voted. Are you keeping the Galaxy Note 9? And 26% of the people saying that they're keeping the Galaxy Note 9, and 25% of the people saying that they're going to keep going to buy the Galaxy Note 10. But look at this right here, 50%. I mean, this is a large number here. 50% people saying they're not buying the Galaxy Note 10. That is strange. That is very strange. It begs the question of why people not buying the Galaxy Note 10. I mean, we've talked about it, right? We gave it a fair estimate on what we believe the device, is and what it is, what it's not. But you guys is saying that you're not buying the Galaxy Note 10. I want to ask the question of why we're not buying the Galaxy Note 10. This is strange, right? And look, shout out to the podcast. I'm into the podcast stuff right now, but I want to beg this question out here. Look at this poll here, right? 26% of everybody saying that they're going to keep the Galaxy Note 9. Only 25% people saying that they're going to buy Galaxy Note 10. And look at this whopping 50% saying they're not buying the Galaxy Note 10. This is strange and intriguing to try to see why the Galaxy Note 10 is not a device that people buying. So let's talk about the comments. The comments here. Let's get into it right here. Let's kind of highlight that comment. Just got off my T-Mobile app. I almost pre-ordered the Galaxy Note 10, but I fell back. I'm sticking with the LG G8. I wish T-Mobile would get the ROG phone. You know what? I tell you what, I wish that they would get the ROG phone, right? But I mean, it's strange. And look at the other comments that we have here. For me, the Galaxy Note 10. This person here going to get both of them, the Galaxy Note and the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Another person here, and we ain't gonna say no names, but if y'all guys get to see the names. I'm riding my Galaxy Note 8 until the wheels fall off. So A lot of people that's rolling with the Galaxy Note 8 is not going to upgrade to the Galaxy Note 9. Um, right here, by the way, anyone looking for a $600 trade-in, you have to select the Exynos processor to get it. Then the Snapdragon processor will only give you $450 off. But I believe if you go to like Best Buy or something like that, I think they're going to give you up to $600 off. So, hey, here go another person, say they already didn't put their pre-orders in and stuff like that, right? Another person there say you never pay full price for a device. Uno Nice says he's undecided, right? So here we go, another Note 8 comment, right? So they got Note 8. And look, here's the thing. Right here say my viewers are too poor. No, I don't think the viewers are too poor. I don't believe in that statement, right? I don't think that my viewers are too poor. Here we got another, I'm keeping the Galaxy Note 8, right? And here we go right here. People who own the Galaxy Note 9, like myself, will be buying the Galaxy Note 8 Plus, like clockwork on August 23rd. Well, we all know that he's going to buy a Galaxy Note. I only had the Galaxy Note 9 a couple of months. So this person were probably going to keep the Galaxy Note 9 and so on and so forth. So I wanted to make this stream, guys, to kind of ask the question, why are people not buying the Galaxy Note? That is strange. That is very strange. And I want to hear from you guys. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Got a comment here. Screen 60 hertz, not 122 hertz. Well, it's going to be 120 hertz refresh rate. I mean, is that the reason why you're not buying the Galaxy Note 10? Is because of the refresh rate? I mean, it's because of the screen quality. Now let's be honest here. Who has the best screens? Think about this? Who has the best screens, right? So if Samsung has the best screens, should they put a 90 hertz or 120 hertz display on their devices? Here we go. Shout out to TK, because the price is too goddamn high. See, that may be one of the reasons why a lot of people not buying a Galaxy Note 10 is because the price is too goddamn high, right? Okay, well, let's tackle that for a second. You could pick up a Galaxy Note 9 slightly used on Swapper for a very, very cheap price. And so I believe that a lot of people swinging toward the Galaxy Note 9 because of the headphone jack, right? That may be the reason. And if you look at the Galaxy Note 9, it's the same size as the Galaxy Note 10. A lot of people, love the Galaxy Note 9s, and they just probably won't upgrade. So I would agree with you on that. But the feature set of the Galaxy Note 10 is not what people are looking for. So that may be the case too. All right. Yeah. Listen, man, I didn't like that statement. I don't believe viewers are too poor. I don't like that statement. I really don't, because you don't know what's in people's pockets. I mean, I believe that with our society and the way we can finance everything, it's easy to get a Galaxy Note 10, right? You just go up to Best Buy, go to AT&T, Verizon, Sprint. You give them you pay tax on the device, and you walk out the door with the phone. So I don't think it's the poor or being rich or whatever. Listen, man, we gonna take money out of it besides it being high, obviously. But I agree with you on that one. I got YouTube Premium. I ain't poor. Yes, indeed. I just wanted to ask that question because a lot of y'all guys, and I put out the poll, and a lot of y'all guys is begging the question of, are you upgrading from the Galaxy Note 9 to the Galaxy Note 10? And most of everybody that I've talked to say they are not upgrading. That is strange. Like I'm looking at this like this is very strange. It's because I thought that everybody would be pretty excited about the Galaxy Note 10, but obviously Maybe I'm wrong at this. Um, but it's just one of those things that people, paying attention to the tech field now. People is paying it more attention to their pocketbooks now than ever. Here we go. Let me put up another comment. 1K is anything is a lot. Uh, if you think so, give me 1K. I listen. I agree that $1,000 is a lot of money. Listen, if you go back to some of the earlier phones, let's go back to 2015, 2016. No, they was not that high, but a lot of people, and listen, man, I'm not making no excuses, but a lot of people believe that you got to pay to play, and I don't agree with that. By the way, a lot of people saying, well, easy. They put more technology, more R&D in this, more of this and more of that, so the prices got to go high. Well, you look at phones like OnePlus and Motorola, and other some of the overseas devices, right? But they give you a lot of the same element for lesser price. So what makes like the Galaxy Note 10 and what makes all these other 1,000 plus dollar phones worth it, right? When you can get, and I talk about this a lot, right? You can get a One Plus, but here's the argument what a lot of people talk about. Well, One Plus is trash. It don't have wireless charging. It doesn't have a headphone jack. The cameras are subpar, right? But I beg to differ, and I talk about this a lot in my videos. The Galaxy Note don't have a headphone jack, right? Wireless charging could be subjective. You got super wireless supercharge on this thing, so you can get a fast charge. You can shower, essence, shave, and you up to 100% on this phone, and this gonna give you all day battery life. So, and then the argument about cameras. Listen, man, let me tell you something about cameras. I done proved it on this YouTube channel. It's not the cameras, it's the software. All right. So let's make sure we understand something here when it comes down to the cameras. It's not about the cameras itself. The cameras are good on a lot of phones. I've proved this. It's all about the software. So if you listen, you take out the cameras and you take out the wireless charging and you take out a few little knickknack here and there, then we're saying, okay, a $500 phone in the One Plus, or you got other devices that's within the $600 price range, could do a lot of the things that the Galaxy Note can do besides the S Pen. Now, listen, man, let's make sure we understand something here before we get into the argument of why the Galaxy Note is the Galaxy Note, right? The Galaxy Note bring in some unique features, right? I mean, you think about the collaboration with Microsoft. Now, I'm talking as a business aspect, when you talk about the collaboration, with Microsoft, and I'm quite sure the Note will probably be not the only device that's going to do this, but I guess they front first to the table. If you look at the collaboration with Microsoft, to me as a business guy, that you can in Dex and that type of collaboration, I think it's some unique things going on with that. Also, when we talk about future-proofing devices, now here's the thing about future-proofing devices. It all depends on how much support Samsung give this phone, and the reason why I say that is because you could put all the specs in the world in a phone. You could put all the specs in the world in a phone, but will it get the next iteration of Android? Will it get all the support? Will it get everything 2 years from now? See what I'm saying? So, 855, 12 gigs of RAM, that sound good on paper for future proofing, but is it going to be future proofed after 2 years? That's the whole thing. So, putting all the specs and everything in the phone doesn't mean anything if you don't get the next iteration of Android, you don't get your security updates, you don't get this, you don't get that. So I keep that in mind when, you talk about specs and specs and specs, but I mean, it is what it is, right? Let's see. Shout out to Big Dog in the house. I see Big Dog in the house. Let me get to some of y'all guys' comments. Let's see, $950 for a 1080p imposter. All right, so LeBaron bringing up an argument here. All right. Listen, all right. So I am not giving a pass to Samsung for the 1080p display. But here's the thing. When you buy a Galaxy phone, whether or not it's going to be the Galaxy Note 9, Galaxy Note 8, Galaxy S8, the Galaxy S10, and the Galaxy Note 10, it comes preset at 1080p. Think about this. As an average consumer, you're not going into your settings and changing your display. Think about this for a second, right? The phone that you buy is already set at 1080p. Listen, man, it's already set at 1080p, right? So when we talk about the argument, and you know what? Shout out to the viewer. I don't know who it was, Art Dog or somebody hit me up, or Dexter Cumberbatch. Somebody hit me up and told me, Easy, hey, hold on, time out, Easy. Don't you know that every Samsung phone is set at 1080p out of the box? It's up to the consumer to turn on a phone, set it up, go into their settings, and change it to 1440p. Now, who does that? Listen, man, that's the big question. Who does that? So if Samsung did a poll, this said if Samsung did a poll, and they noticed that 60, 70, 80, 90% of their customers never changed the display to 1440p, plus Apple getting away with 1080p and 720p displays, why not do it, right? But listen, I am playing devil's advocate here. I agree. I'm like in the middle here. I'm in the middle here, right? I'm in the middle as far as the smaller version should have had a 2K display. Okay, I'm in the middle here. We didn't clown OnePlus. Think about how many times we sit up here and we dog OnePlus out for 1080p displays year after year after year after year. We've clowned them for a long time. About 1080p displays. OnePlus came out with a 90 hertz 2K display that's awesome and it's gorgeous. I'm not disputing that. But when we talk, and listen, man, I'm not taking up for Samsung here. I'm just being devil's advocate. If we talk about what phone companies out there, what displays that they use, when it all boils down, who's using what display? So when you look at Samsung displays, they're all gorgeous, and listen, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm on the fence on this 1080p stuff. I'm going to tell you why. Because your phone already set at 1080p. Your phone is already set at 1080p. All right, here we go. Let me put Art Dog comment there. For $1,000 for a 1080p makes no sense to me. Yes, OnePlus got destroyed for 1080p for years. Art Dog, I agree with you on that. Remember, we sit up here, we tore OnePlus a new one. We tore it up for a new one for having 1080p. And then you know what? Here's the thing. OnePlus was giving you 1080p displays at a $450 price point, and we still ripped them a new ass. Listen, so I would agree that at $1,000, it should not be no 1080p display. I agree with that, right? I would agree with that, and that's why the polls are so under. That's why the polls are swaying towards people not buying a phone, because if you look at 1080p display. And listen, man, if you look at the average consumer, if you look at us techies get upset about this. But would the average consumer walk into AT&T, give them $150 down payment or pay taxes on the device and walk out of that store with a Galaxy Note 10 and don't even think twice about a 1080p display? See, here's the thing, guys. You had to decipher the difference between us techies, right? And then the average consumer. If you ask any average consumer that got a Galaxy S10 or Galaxy S9 or Galaxy Note 9, did they go into their screen resolution and change it to 1440p? 99% of them go tell you no, they didn't do it. I'm telling you, 99% of everybody that you're going to ask that question to, they're going to tell you, no, I didn't know. All right. Shout out to everybody in the building. People going to speak with their wallets. And the more mid-rangers step up to these bigger companies, they're going to notice that the tech heads are only buying flagships. You know what? That is the perfect answer to a lot of these questions, because the first question that I put up and about, somebody made a comment about people being poor. That ain't got nothing to do with being poor. People speaking with their pocketbooks and their wallets. Listen, man, it ain't got nothing to do with you got to pay to play and all that stuff like that. That's bull crap. When you have mid rangers stepping up to the plate and making it the best of the best, right? Then what's the point? What's the point? Let me see if I get focused here. All right. All right, here we go. You're right. All right. Um, if you're a techie, you should have a flagship. Real talk. You know what? That is a good point you're making there. You're making a fantastic point. If you're a techie, you should have a flagship. And the reason why, I'm gonna tell you reason why I agree or maybe disagree a little bit. The reason why you should have a flagship is because if you're a techie, you should be able to make a mid-ranger. You should be able to make a mid-ranger as good as a flagship, right? Techies like to Philly dally with their phones and stuff like that. I don't know, man. Give me more insight on your question there. And we go get into GG. There we go. Somebody talking to GG in the building. Here we go. Agree. Note 10 should not exist. The 10 plus is the only note this year. You know what? But here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you what Samsung is doing. Samsung again probably took a poll and they asked people about the sizes. A lot of people want small phones. I mean, you think about it. Let's talk about iPhones for a second. The iPhone SE, right? That is a huge boost for Apple. The iPhone SE, the little bitty small iPhone. I hear a lot of people say, I like this little bitty phone, the iPhone SE. That was a hot seller for Apple, right? So people really want small phones. So with that all said and done, if you can take truth to be told, 6.3 inches is not small. 6.3 inches is not small. So the Galaxy Note 10 is not a small phone, not by no means. This phone is not small. Now, y'all got to think about it. People saying 6.3-inch phones are small. I'm going to tell you why you think it's small, because it has no bezels. Now, you take a 6.3-inch phone and you add bezels on it, that thing will be too big. And then if you take a 6.8-inch phone and you add buku bezel to it, the phone it's going to be this unbearable too big. So when you ask the question of should the Galaxy Note 10 should be non-existent, I don't know, man. People want small phones. I think people just want a smaller phone. Let's see. If you are a techie, you should have one flagship and the second one for different reasons, like extra camera or for many other reasons. I hear you. Let's see. Genshy comment. Remember the Galaxy Mega 6.3, and you're right. This is what I'm talking about. If you go back and look at the Galaxy Mega 6.3 with the forehead and chin, that phone was unmanageable. That phone was unmanageable, right? So if you take the Galaxy Note 10 and make it as big as the Galaxy Mega, remember how big that phone was? That phone was too big, but it had the 16:9 aspect ratio and it had a big forehead and chin. So yes, they still might make a smaller one for people who request a smaller one. But they did not give them anything. They're trying to please their customers or potential customers. Tech Level Mama, I think that's exactly what Samsung is doing, right? Exactly what Samsung is doing is that people will not buy the Galaxy S10 Plus because it's too big, but they will buy the Galaxy Note 10. And if you notice, look at the color set of the Galaxy Note 10. Look at the color set of the Galaxy Note 10. You got more vibrant colors with the Galaxy Note 10 than Galaxy Note 10 Plus. So of course Samsung is catering to the smaller device. Of course Samsung want people to buy the smaller phone. Of course they go all out with the smaller phone. Of course they give you the beautiful red colors, the beautiful this and the beautiful that, because they want you to buy the smaller phone. Yeah, the Mega was a dinosaur. Yes, it was. I almost copped the A70 yesterday for $239. Yes. Yeah. See, the A series devices is very good. Let's see. Something special coming, guys. Huawei Mate 30 Pro will be the real flagship this year. Samsung are looking over their shoulders. So that's the question. But here's the problem about Huawei phones, right? In North America, we got the importer. Most techies will. Average consumer won't. So when you look in the United States, the average consumer go buy the Galaxy phone before buying a Huawei phone. So in the United States, Huawei is no competition. Even though Huawei phones are very good, but in the United States, Huawei phones are non-existent. Only for techies. That's it. Only for techies. So I would agree that the Huawei Mate 30 Pro will probably be the win all be all, but not in the United States. Not in the United States. Nobody, average consumer, will not shell out $700, $800, $900 on eBay or stuff like that just to get a Mate 30 Pro. It's just not going to happen. And listen, man, we techies here. Let me ask the question down in the comments. Let me ask the questions in the comments, right? Would you shell out as an average consumer, just say $900, because the Mate 30 Pro will be at least $900. Would you shell out $900 up front for a phone that you haven't touched it? Only thing you're doing is looking at it on the computer screen, and you watching tech reviewers make videos about it. You can't go touch it. You can't go feel it. You can't do nothing with it, but you want me to shell out $900+ for this phone. Would you do that up front? Would you shell out $900+ of your money up front to get a Mate 30 Pro? Now, I'm talking about non-techies. Listen, think about the average consumer. I'm not thinking about techies. Techies are a small percentage of the tech field. Companies need the average consumer. That's where they make their money. The average consumer makes the money. Techies don't make them no money because we're a small group. So that's the question. And I'm gonna look at the comments here. Let me look at the comments. What's up? Say, what's up, party people? All right, here we go. Yes, if I like the quality of the phone for what I see and the stats as a techie. All right, I need my iris scan from my Note 9. I don't see why they got rid of that feature. Tony P, that's what I'm talking about. Hesitation to shell out that sort of money out and not able to touch it unless it's enough reviews. I trust reviewing it. Let's see. Average consumer only knows Apple and Samsung. I think they would pass. Okay. If you are not a techie, you shouldn't buy a flagship. Stick with the Galaxy A series. If you can't enable developer options, stick to the Galaxy A series. So many alternatives of the Note 10 and better pricing. Okay. I just can't justify the note series anymore. It's not what it used to be. It's really time, in my opinion, to look elsewhere. And this is why the poll. And look, let me go back to the poll, um, so y'all guys can see the poll here. Do go back to the poll, and I think that's the poll right there. Okay, let's go back to the poll here, and I want y'all guys to see this poll. All right. So we looking at this poll here, right? We look at this poll. Let me get it back up here. 25% of you guys, 26% of you guys said that you're going to stay with the Galaxy Note 9. 25% of you guys saying you go buy the Galaxy Note 10. And 50% of you guys saying, I ain't buying none. We're not buying the Galaxy Note 10. And the comments was, wow, like really the comments. So that's what made me bring up this point of why people not buying the Galaxy Note 10. Um, and so that's what I wanted to make this short stream so we could discuss that really quick. Look, man, I'm about to get on out of here. And because I just wanted to do a short stream. I didn't want to stay on here all night and stuff like that. I think Viper about to do his stream and stuff like that. So I don't want to interfere with Viper stream. I want to do this real quick. So because I'm doing this poll question and stuff like that. Also, I started my podcast on Spreaker.com. So check out my new podcast, become a member, or subscribe to my podcast. Now I'm uploading it to iOS and Android. It's taking time. It takes a few days. I didn't know that. So I'm a noob to this. So it takes a few days for it to get uploaded to all the social media websites. But I got it linked to my YouTube channel, and I have it linked to my personal page on Spreaker. So what I'm going to do with that platform, I'm going to have multiple podcasts. I'm going to post a lot there over there. I'm going to give y'all guys some of my deep inner thoughts about things. It's all audio versions. And also I am going to take my wide wins and put that on there also. So guys, you're going to hear a lot of stuff that I'll be thinking about, and a lot of reviews that I do. I'll give you some inner thoughts about things that I do. I think it's going to be a great podcast. Also, I'm going to have guests on. So you're going to, hear a lot of guests that we're going to bring on the platform, so y'all guys can hear some deep thoughts of your fellow YouTubers, right? So I'm going to try to get your fellow YouTubers on here, and we're going to have some fun, and we're going to have some deep thoughts about everything in between tech and lifestyles and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be great. I'm all in, like I talked about in my beginning podcast. I'm all in on this. A lot of y'all guys been asking me to do this for a very long time. Finally, I'm doing it, and I am excited about it because I'm all in. I want to bring you guys some audio podcasts, because a lot of you guys say y'all like to work out, y'all be in your vehicles, and you can't watch these streams all the time, but you want to hear the audio. So that's one of the things that I'm doing. I'm going to make it exciting. The tech preacher going to be in the building. We're going to have some fun. This is how we do it. Thank y'all guys very much. I really do appreciate that. And I just wanted to make a quick stream. Listen, man, y'all guys going to hear, I'm be popping out streams. Listen, man, you're going to see a lot of stuff happening on this channel, guys. If y'all noticed, for the last couple of days, man, I've been popping out videos and doing live streams, popping out videos, live streams. So I am going to be active. You're going to see my face a whole lot. So for everybody that don't like my YouTube channel and don't want to be around, and y'all criticize me for doing too much, hey, listen, I don't know what to tell you, but you're going to see Easy Computer Solutions a lot. So thank y'all guys very much. This is Eric from Easy Computer Solutions. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys. And I got to play my man Dan Tanner music before I get on out of here. And shout out to Dan Tanner. This is how we do it. This awesome. Just awesome. See y'all guys. Peace. Yes. Dan Tanner. What?